are now live. YouTube actually sent out a notification, like, almost immediately. That is very unusual. What's up? Quit email. Don't want any emails. My brother's texting me at the same time. Oh, yeah. Go away. Go away. Should turn that off. So, anyway, the Pumpkin King is going to get a new board. This board, an MKS SGenL V2. Mr. Warcocky, what's up, dude? Haven't seen you in a long time. You've been in your little commune. So, what is in this here Pumpkin King back here, over here, this here, is the MKS SGenL V1.1. So hopefully, this is literally an unbolt, plug in, and plug back in. The only issue I see is I can't remember how I did my Z motors, and this one I know has the dual Z plug, and that has the single Z plug. So, hey, Marcus. Non-fam, that might be the only problem, and even that really won't be a problem, because if it's a single plug, I'll just plug the single plug in and be done with it, even though I'd really rather have the two plugs. That's something I can do later if I so desire. If it's already wired for the one plug will still work. I hope. The other issue is I did the firmware, and I don't remember if it's on this card or not. I did it like a couple weeks ago. So I don't know where the card is with the firmware, if this is even it. If it's not it, it's the firmware I did on a live stream with Chris Riley, and it's actually set up for the Core XY. Who knows? So, do I blow something up? Maybe. I do have more boards. I have some SKR boards. I've got another one somewhere. Actually, I think I got another one back there, brand new. I got two more brand new ones, which I'm probably going to be giving away soon. I should bring this here mic over here so you can actually hear me, huh? I'm probably going to be doing a live stream very soon with the rep box and doing the oak ends. And I think I'm going to give away all the other oak ends that are okay, but not perfect. So I'll be raffling them off, and I'll raffle off a couple of boards and some other collective stuff that people have either given me or I've acquired or not using, and have it like a mini raffle, get rid of some stuff and let people use them, because I'm not going to. So somebody should. That's where my money is, kaboom. I don't go kaboom, I just go zap. Anyway, let's take this thing apart, and it should be fairly easy, actually. So the first thing is to unplug the pie, like my little pie mount. Can you guys hear me okay with the mic way over there and me talking over here? I don't know if the mic's going to reach me over here. It should. I can always slide this closer. And then slide this over, so you get a better view. There you go. And now now my chair's sitting right now. Camera stand. Oh, it's loose. Oh, I gotta fix that too. Just saw that. That's not good. That's not good at all. Puff the magic smoking dragon. Okay, how long is this screw? I guess it's fairly long. Because it ain't out yet. It's out now. That one's not fully out. The other two I know I didn't put back in the last time I rebuilt this because I just redid a lot of this. Because Happy Shane there, the dangerous otter den dude, sent me some 24-volt stuff. So I converted this to 24 volt. Can you hear me with the mic there? You should be able to. This mic picks up pretty good. I can turn it up. It should be almost too loud now, right? Yeah, I probably should be over 1,000. What am I at now? Like 550? I actually, that thing's just annoying me. I actually lost people when I started doing the woodworking. I lost like 10 people. Whatever. You know, I get tough crap. That's my life, and get over it. Okay, let's make it so you can actually see in there. I believe I can lower this and bring it up here so you can sort of see what's going on in there. I can't bring it too close because then my hand will be in the way. But that should be a better view, right? Not perfect, but better. If I bring it over here, like that. Yeah, good enough. You guys will get over it. Right. Wrong size. We need this one. And we just unscrew it. And I'm hoping this won't take but 10 or 15 minutes. And I can just plug and unplug, plug and unplug. And switch from one board to the other. Because they're identical boards, other than the new one is 32-bit. And of course, the one thing I read sucks down into the stand. Come here, little bolty bolt. Screwy screw, bolty bolt. No one here somewhere. Oh, Jesus. You know, phone's been quiet all day. The minute I start streaming, it starts chirping like a madman. Almost cut my wire with that. That wasn't too great. Almost. Luckily, I didn't grab it too much. Where's the last bolt? Right here. Come here, you. I hate ribbon cables. They just get in the way of everything. Yeah, it falls on the ground. But I recover it. Unlike Chris Riley. Making lures. That's all you do now is make lures, isn't it? Alright, let's see what we got going on here. So hopefully everything is pretty much exactly the same. Except for I got an extra stepper motor driver I don't need, but looks that way. Everything looks the same to me. So let me find my screwdriver, because that's the one thing I didn't grab when I wasn't thinking about doing this. Of course, I probably won't be able to find the one I need. Because I need a baby flathead. And I don't know if I have a baby flathead here. Is this baby enough? I don't know if this thing is. This might not be. And that's got a hex head on it. I gotta find the kit to put the actual flathead on it. That is not baby enough. I need a baby flathead. I thought I was all planned out here and everything was set up where I could just do this. And of course, you know, I'm that stupid and think I actually planned ahead enough. I know I got another screwdriver set in here somewhere. Hex, Phillips, everything but what I need. More Phillips, more Phillips. Okay, this might be a short stream. I got one here somewhere. I just got to find a little packet with bits in it, which I don't remember what I did with. Here it is. Found it. Found it. Switching the bits. I need a little flathead. Get rid of the little star head. Where's the little star head go? Goes in here. Need the biggest little flathead because these are all very tiny. Screwdriver bits. And I think this one is the one I need. It is. Okay, why aren't you going in there? Because you get us being stubborn. I haven't used this thing in years. Alright, let's pull some power lines. Switch them over first, because they're the stiffest ones. Actually, I might just pull them and leave them off and do them last, because they're the stiffest ones. Then the dead wires. And look, for all I'm a screw up, all my wires are not tinned, but properly crimped. Because I may be a screw up, but I'm not stupid. Or I may be stupid, but I'm not a screw up. I don't know. One of those two. And then the hot end. Oh, those are really in there. I don't think the screws grab anymore. I think it's just in there. No, they're not. And those are all pretty easy. And that goes there. And that goes there. And as you can see, well, I hope you can see. Oh, can you see? I actually numbered these, so I don't have to worry about plugging them in right away. But everything else I want to just flip over instantaneously. So, of course, I can't really read this. So hopefully these all match up. Come here, you. Oh, come here. And plug in there. Let it dangle. Okay. And this is the bed thermistor. And plug in there. 3 end stops. One. Like I said, this is exactly the same board, except for it's a 32-bit. So, in all reality, everything, I think I said this about 10 times already, should be the same. Net. Famous last words, right? Then, let's see. Might as well go right down the zipper motor. This is not. I thought I had more wire room than I do. Okay, that ain't working. Yeah, let it dangle. Dangle is a dangle. And that is E. Which is going to be this one. Because like I said, the only off thing is, and I have everything wired into one plug for Z. So if I just use one plug, still, it won't matter. And then I believe that's X, and Y is on the bottom, right? X and then Y is on the bottom? I believe so. What is this big beefy ass thing in my way? That would be a power line. And then I got a couple of a fan, 2 fans, and the wires should be flipped over other than the main powers. And of course, I should have just done them because, of course, they're just constantly in the way. And I hope I took that at the bottom of the 2. I can't remember. Oh, it only has 1. So I'm pretty sure it's the bottom of those 2. And then this one is one of these 2, which are now 2, but again, I think I used the bottom one with the new board. We'll find out. And then, let's see. Let's not get these all twisted in. Let's not get my panties in a twist. These are the bed. This is the hot end. There should be another hot end wire here somewhere. There. Untangle it. Oh, crap. That makes it easy. Glad I'd done that. So I can do the hot end one real easy. Are those already open? What's going on in chat? What is up, Mr. Chris Travis? What's up, Mika Steve? You got 2 Vorons now? I thought all you had was a 0. I didn't know you had a big one there, Mr. Workout. Oh, boy. The real question is do I have the right... Where's the hole? Which is it? Do I have the right firmware on, or the right card with the right firmware on it? Because what I don't have in this case, like a dumbass, is a slot for the SD card. That's power. This is bed. That says bed. And unscrew these a lot because I actually overwired this a little bit. Or I should say Shane overwired this a little bit. Yeah. Actually, no, I think this is my wire. I don't know. You use your wire the whole way? I think I did use your wire the whole way. We're going to put a plug in it. I can't remember if I plugged it or not. I think I did because I didn't think yours was quite long enough to reach. And then power, and these actually matter which one goes where. The ones that do. And I can't really see which one goes where. Oh, that makes it easy. Positive, negative. I hate these towers. Why didn't they just do like good old fashioned frickin' automotive style horseshoe spade clamps? I mean, seriously, folks, why not? And of course, it won't go in there. It's really tight. With the negative, yes. Negative, yes. The only thing about crimps is, especially with these stupid towers, that I really dislike. There's really not enough room when you use beefy wire. Because they're big. Crank that kind of down good. Crank that one down good. All these look good. They look good. They're set all the way in. I don't see any wires sticking out the bottom. That's good. Very good. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. 1 and 2, and I think the wiring part's all done. Believe it or not. Which one's 1 and which one's 2? It doesn't say. There's no ID on the 1 or 2. Well, it came off this way, so I'm going to put it back on the same way. How's that sound? I don't think they would change that. Let's see what it says on this one. Can I read it? Nope. There's no idea. I wonder. Oh, it's on the very top. Well, I don't see it on the very top of this one. And one thing I did do, which I forgot about, is I plasticized the back of the board. And there's a reason for it. They have wires going behind the board. And if you put wires going behind the board has all the little sharp solder points and can prick wires. So if you just put a little piece of shipping before I wired it, because now I can't get the frickin' tape in there because it's all static clingy and wants to static clean everything. Let's do another piece because I didn't get it in there very good. You don't prefer over anything else. If I were to build a Core XY right now, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Vorons are nice. I would not build a Voron. I would probably either build a rat rig or custom build one, or actually I've been looking at doing the Crow XY, which is like the 1 or 2 Rays and the Ultimakers, because there's a couple of those out now and they completely smoke the Vorons in speed. And really, that's the only advantage of the Vorons. No, I don't use blue tape back there, Mr. Sergio. That's one place I don't use blue tape. I use blue tape for the tags, though. There's all the wires are tagged. So it's actually wired up. And before I go and bolt it all back together, well, maybe I'll put one screw in just to hold it in place so it's not bobbling around. Just fire it up and see if it smokes. Yeah. Because in theory, this thing should all land at the same exact spots. Why is this thing in the way? Because it needs to get unplugged and relocated out in front of the power lines. My hands are too fat for this little micro wiry stuff. All right, I think we can plug her in and see what nightmares happen. What do you think? Should I plug in the pie too? Ah! Why? Then I'll just smoke the pie if I smoke the printer. Pit. Let's see what happens. You guys ready? Want to see what's going to happen? Are we ready for the blue smoke? Do we have a nice camera angle for the blue smoke? I can bring this camera over here and point it down at the LCD. What's up, Steve Pohl? Hey, Mike, I didn't see you slide in here. All right, powering her up. The screen is lit. Lights are flashing. It should have to take firmware. It's freaking out. It's beeping like crazy. And it's definitely not right. You see this? I have no idea what that's all about. You guys ever seen this? It's just going back and forth and freaking out. So I guess it's got an auto detect that something's wired wrong, but I don't know what. The screen's not on. Well, that's not good. Oh, you know what it is? The card wasn't in. Let's try that again. See if it loads the firmware. That's why I was doing that. It had no firmware. This board's brand new. It's never been used. And there we go. Marlin. Holy crap, it's working. EPROMPT version error. Initialize EPROMPT. Ignore. Okay, everything looks good other than I'm not reading a bed temperature. Pumpkin King V2. So I'm not displaying a bed temperature. Motion. Move axis. Move X. Let's see if I do this. Can I just... Okay, X is right. Move axis. Move Y. Move 10. That seems to be working. So the axes seem to be alright. Let's move some Z's. So all the axes are moving in the right directions. So those are all good. Home X. That worked. Home Y. That worked. Home Z. You can't see the little pumpkin heads going around. That worked. So, can you guys see this menu at all? Probably not, huh? You can sort of see it, can't you? Just can't actually read it. Hey, Milan, what's up? So, everything seems to be okay, except for I'm not reading a bed temperature. Let's see if I can get the fan to fire up. Yep, fan fires up. Main fan's on. See if the hot end hots up. Hot end is warming. Okay. So the only thing I'm missing is a bed temperature. There's no bed here. So where is my bed thermistor? I should be able to look on this board if I can actually see. And those are my 3 end stops. The thermistor should be right here. Which one's the bed? I need the super spectacles to see it. Where are my super spectacles? My glasses for my glasses. In other words, a magnifying glass. No, with a light. Which one's the bed? Fans. The fans all work. Screen's on. It's one of these two up here. It's one of these two right here, if I remember correctly. One of them says TH1 and one of them says TB. Does it say anything on it? I might have to pull up their little schematic-y thing. Let's see. Bed. I wonder if they moved it or if it just didn't connect. Did they move it down to the lower plug? Nope. So I'm guessing I didn't turn it on in the firmware. Is that even possible? Crap. Crappity crap. All right. That fan is very loud. So that's all the problems I have. That I'm good. Won't be right if that's that easy. All right, you go back over here for a little bit, so I can work the computer for a little bit, and I have to turn on VS Code again, which I really freaking hate. Let's see. VS Code. Actually, I don't even have to do that. Might as well. I don't know. Now it's saying boards and stuff, but how do I get back to my... I hate VS Code. It is just the most confusing freaking program ever. It is just confusing to me. Okay, here's all it is. How do I get back to my Marlin? Run, debug, search, explore, remote, extensions. Okay, where did it go? You have not yet opened a file. Yeah, I did. That's how you get the boards, you dumb bastards. Documents. Pumpkin King. Marlin. There's the firmware.bin. I can just open this, right? It looks that way. Marlin. Configuration H. Command find. Bed. Don't show again. C make list text was not found in the root of the folder. I don't know. I hate that crap. I freaking hate it with this thing. Bed. Chris Warlocky. Is this like a really old one? Is this one you did? What board do I have on here? ANET with Hemera. That's an old one. Okay, how do I make this go away? Move, hide sidebar, move slide bar. How do I delete this? I want to delete it. How do I make that go away? You guys told me the other day on Twitter, and now I can't remember because it doesn't make sense to me. View. Debug terminal output, run, search, explore. It was something stupid. Edit, replace, find and replace, paste, copy, cut. How do you make that folder go away? Because if I open another one, then I'll just get confused. Run, go, back, switch editor, go to file. Yeah, but if you open another file, this one stays here, which I absolutely cannot stand. Open project. I don't even know where it is now. See, what's all, what, how do I get, oh, Llama Core, Pumpkin King. Okay. When did I do this? Pumpkin King. November 27th. That's the brand new one. How was it loading something Wakaki did for me like 3 years ago? This is the one with the Chimera, which I haven't had a Chimera in over a year. Serial port 0. It should be 1. Frown King. Yeah, this is old. This is the old original MKS SGenL. Come on. Where did I put it? Hide, run, hide, Explorer. But I don't want to hide the Explorer, right? I just want to make the folder go away. How do you just delete the frickin' folder? I don't want this anymore. VS Code / this frickin' platform IO is obnoxious. Yeah, but if I open another one right now, I'm going to end up with 2 open, and it's going to screw with me. Because I'll never know which one I'm using. Did I put it in here? Marlin 2.0. Okay, how do I, why won't it open? How do I get it to open? Open. How do I get it to actually open the new folder? Here I am. Oh, there it is. Open Marlin. See, this is, look at all this crap. If you enjoy platform, I don't care. Go away. Insider version available. I don't care. This check, see, make list. I don't care. This is just the most, they make this more difficult than it needs to be. Is this the one? Why is it going back to the same one? It's the same one again. No, it opened it on top. This is why I can't do that, because it just opened it on top of the other one. It just kind of put it inside of it. Yeah, because this is the right one. This is the V2. But now it's inside the other folder. No, I need to not. This needs to go away. I need to not have it open like that. This folder needs to go away. Pumpkin King V2. Because it is going to screw with me. Bed sensor 0. Why is the bed not working? I hate VS Code. I really, really hate it. I don't think it's VS Code, actually. I think it's this platform IO. I much, much, much preferred Yeah, the good old Adreno. It was just, it made more sense. It wasn't easier, it just made sense. This platform IO doesn't make any sense. I don't know if that'll find it or not. Okay, where's my little pictures? How to buy, I'll clear, user manual. Wiring pinout size. So, heated thermal bed. It's this one right here. So I had it in the right one. I just went. The thing is, it's not even turning on. It's not giving me an error, a temperature error. So that tells me there's something in the firmware wrong. Because if the thermal wasn't plugged in, it would just be reading like negative 1 million or whatever it does. So somewhere in here, I need to turn the bed on, but where do you turn the bed on? I don't see it. Analog thermistor, bed. Here's all the beds. Nope. Section machine, power supply control. I don't think I'm going to deal with this tonight. It's already 9:15. Okay, anyone know where to turn the bed on? Enable switching nozzle. It's right here on the top. I know it is. This is the right one. King V2, yep. Board. Linear axes, extruder, default filament diameter. Click on save. It's right here somewhere. It's got to be turned on, right? Define Prusia MMU. Triple nozzle, separate X carriages, parking extruder. Don't care about any of this parking extruder crap. Switching tool heads. Mixing extruders. Power control. Can't do any of that. Auto power control. Thermal settings. Temperature sensors. Important. Read this note below. Analog thermal coupler. There's a bed. Bed. They keep adding stuff and making it more complicated. Bed, 0. Not used. That needs to be a 1. That's what it is right there, huh? What's a normal thermistor setting for the general crappy thermistors? Thermistors are, they're 1s, right? Or the generic everyday thermistor. Best choice for MKS thermistors, which is what that is, right? That's your generic thermistor. Generic thermistor. Do not use for a hot end. It gives bad resolution at high temps. That says 4. Do not use for a hot end. It's either 1 or 4 I got to use, huh? think I've always used one, which may be why my beds always screw up. Bed temp 11. What's 11? 1000K beta thermistor. Is that still 11 over here? No, 11 is now a Kinevo AC thing. So I don't even know what one to use. It's either 1 or 4. I'm going to go with 4. That's their generic. Save. Now watch, this thing isn't going to compile or something. How much you want to bet? Let's see how that goes. What are you guys all up to tonight? What's everybody else up to tonight? Let's see what my messages are. Thanks for paying Xfinity there millions of dollars. It seems to be actually working, which is really freaking amazing. Holy crap, it worked. So, see, but I'm packed inside of this folder, right? Or am I? I don't know. Where do I get to my library? Where's the boards? I have to pull that because it won't write right to the freaking SD card. Because I never set it up to do it. Where do I actually pull it from? Here, right? No, back up here. VS Code, GitHub, VS Code. Where's the boards part? Library. I thought it was in here. Core. Where did it save it? It saved it somewhere. Now I can't remember. Yeah, I actually had a nasty flu. I still got kind of a rough throat and stuffy nose. It's mostly gone away. There's a place this all gets saved to. And you can take the bin file. Where is it? Coffee time here. Come on, Mika Steve, you're all into this. Where's my file I need? There should be a bin file in one of these frickin' deep dark closet of folders. PIO build. Firmware bin. That's it right there, ain't it? I drag that to here. That's my actual firmware file, right? Say yes. Somebody say yes. I need an SD card readery thing. I got one here somewhere. I got a buttload of them here somewhere. Of course, when I need them, I can't find them. But I have them. I got a lot of them. Here's one. Of course, I need to put my glasses back on to see where the card goes. And I'm kind of tightly unpacked here. And you guys aren't helping me much. You're supposed to be giving me directions and helping me out here. Dude, I'm a lost soul when it comes to this firmware crap. All right, that's on there. Firmware.cure. I can take that off, even though you really don't have to, I guess. Put this in. And hopefully I got this right. Empty trash. Take the card out. And delete that. Save. Workspace, code, workspace. I don't know. Sure. No idea. All right. And stop sharing. I can go back here. That's all good. StreamYard's back here. That's all good. Let's go back to here, but make this guy big. I can take that card out now. I can stick it in this here printer. This actually works. It'll be like the easiest reboot I've ever done. Okay, that don't sound good. Marlin 2.019. EPROMPT CRC error. Initialize EPROMPT. Yeah, sure, reset it. I now have a heat bed reading, but it says error. So I just chose the wrong thermistor, I guess. I didn't move the plug, did I not? I think so. I might have to go back to hardware description. Thermal bed, yes. That's number 2. Right here. That's going down to the bed, yes. So, I just used the wrong register, I guess. Configuration H. Okay, V2. So what thermistor is the regular ANET frickin' cheapo bed thermistor? Anybody know offhand? What number is it? It's an MKS thermistors. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think I just need number 1, not 4. 1. Save. Compile. This is a major headache. This is one area where I think RepRap firmware totally smokes Marlin and or Clipper. Problem is I'd be doing this a lot more with Clipper because, oh my God, I can't figure this out. Can you imagine me with Clipper? I'd be chucking the printer out the window. So So there's an easier way to grab this, and I can't remember how. I hope this is the right one again. And I don't think I'm going to take the care off. I think I'm just going to leave it on there for now, because then I don't think it'll all chirpy chirp when I first turn it on. We'll find out in a second here. It's not chirpy chirping. Marlin 2.0.9.1. And I got a bed temp. Yeah, baby. Let's see if it'll heat up. And temperature is rising. Rising rather quickly. Well, quicker than it did when it was a 12-volt system, I guess. So everything seems to be working now. That was easy. Holy crap. How did I manage that? 9:30. So what's everyone else doing? Anybody want to hop in here and hang out? How many people are even still watching? It says 10. Yeah, there's the key word, Steve. Once it's configured. It's just like everyone says, PETG is easy to print as PLA once you get settings. Well, yeah, nylon's easy to print too once you get the settings. Everything's easy once you get the settings. That whole comment makes no sense to me. So it works. So shut her down, screw everything back together. I'm not probably going to test print anything tonight. Yeah. Screws, wrench, glasses, so I can see what I'm screwing and wrenching. Come up, baby. I know you want to. And what's binding up down here? These need to go in here. Those need to go in there. Then the whole thing will sit proper like. And I can screw that in there. I think I put my packing tape over the hole, which I did, but that's all right. I'll just poke a hole through the packing tape. How's that sound for getting it done? Works for me anyways. I am choking. Yeah. I'm actually going to kill it in a minute because just the amount of time I've been on here chit-chatting, my throat's starting to get sore again. I've had kind of a mild flu all week. It wasn't terrible. It was just annoying. It made me cough and hack a lot and stuffy nose. And everyone's like, "Oh, you got COVID," and I was actually ready to go get tested, and my mother's visiting nurse showed up. She said, "Don't bother." She asked me a couple questions. I don't remember exactly what it was. She's like, "You don't have COVID. You just got the basic everyday flu. There's a million people with it around." She's like, "If you start having lung problems, where I already have lung problems, I have punctures and stuff in my lungs from car accidents and rib cage, destroying my lungs and all kinds of nasty gnarly stuff. She's like, if you start having actual breathing lung problems, she's like, then go get tested. But as long as it's just a sore throat and a stuffy nose, I highly doubt you got COVID." It's like, okay, good answer. I like that answer. So let's put this thing all back together. Except for, oh no, I'm not missing a screw. It's right here. So this goes right here. That screws into there. Leave it loose so I can get this one. That's a long bastard in there. Why isn't that closing? What's holding it? There's a wire in the way. Yep, sure was. Wire in the way. Screw dropped on the floor. Now it fits. Oh, I gotta fix this too. So now, I'm sure there's something still wrong with it, but I'm not going to print with it tonight. I honestly didn't think I'd get this far. I didn't think I'd get it on. I figured I had the firmware more screwed up than that. Which I still might, and I just don't know it yet. And this gets plugged in here. I might have to knock a little out of the case if that's not plugged all the way in. Alright, why are you popped out? You shouldn't be popped out. You should definitely not be popped out. This here tie wrap didn't hold as well as it should have. And of course, I can't get it cut. That's in there now. I think I want to take more of it. Press it right up in there. I think I need to remake this bracket. Let's put a black tie wrap on it since I don't know where my orange tie wraps are. But I got black ones right here. It's on there. I don't know why it pulled out. Probably caught on the actual pie here coming up. Might have. This is not a good thing I did here. For that very reason. That wire can occasionally catch on the pie. And make a mess of things. So I guess we're done. it sort of works. I mean, it turns on and everything operates. So I should be pretty much ready to go. Hey, Mr. Wilson. Bandsaw base is doing awesome. I'm getting ready. I actually started today. I'm not going to film it or anything, but I am converting it, or making another one. I'm going to make one for my table saw. I like it. Because when I moved over to the other side of the garage, I made all hokey little bases just to see. I always do that. People always like, you watch all these YouTube guys, and they're like, oh, you know, I'm going to go out and buy Baltic birch and make this stand and blah, 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 you know, and they spend $100 on all the fancy plywood and materials and all that crap. And then you see them like a year later, well, I changed it. So I, you know, being in construction, I have a buttload of rough, you know, construction grade plywood scraps laying around I've seen over the years. Like I said, actually, that the bandsaw stand is actually that plywood. I'm pretty sure that was one of the ramps my father used to use to drive the tractor up into his van. Because he set up his van so he could literally drive his lawn tractor up into the van. And he put 2 ramps and he'd drive it right up into it. And then he bought a trailer and started trailering it. But I'm pretty sure that plywood was part of the ramp. And because I found it down in the shed. It wasn't even in the garage, it was in the shed. Anyway, I use that for that. And I have lots of scraps. But I am not going to go out and spend buttloads of money to build fancy brand new stands and decide, you know, 6 months later that it didn't fit right, or I need to make it smaller, or I need to make it bigger, or it needs to have more wheels, or so I built literally I've got like my table saw stands made out of like particle board cabinets, you know, like crap that people were throwing out, and I just took the actual box and threw everything out and cut off all the ends and just made a stand out of it. But it's particle board, so it's like sagging and drooping and bowing, but it tells me, you know, I can set it, and if I don't like the height, I got no problem just taking a saw and cutting it down and making it taller or smaller or bigger or larger or whatever. And then when I get it set, then I go, okay, I'll use decent materials, not necessarily, I'm still not going to go out and buy Baltic birch. I'm sorry, it's just not worth it. Especially right now. A sheet of Baltic birch 3/4 is like $120. No. I have plywood. I mean, it's construction grade plywood, but I have it. Yeah, I mean, there's just no. I want it to look nice. Like I knew that was it. I'd be happy with that stand. I like the height. I like the wheels. I like the size. I knew I'd be happy, so I sanded it and, you know, planed it all down and made even though they're pressure treated 2x4s I use for the legs. I put them in a planer and cleaned them all up, and because those were scrapped, they were like laying on the ground in the dirt for who knows how long at my brother's house. That's what those came from. Building his deck, they were underneath his deck. I got a couple more of them. I just pulled them out. They were just laying it out behind the garage. I had 2 8-footers out behind the garage, just laying on the ground. I pulled them out, pulled all the nails out of them, and I started cleaning them today. They're too wet though. Tried to put them through the planer, and they're just sticking on the bed. They're too wet, so I gotta let them dry out. Yeah, it's a little long. Not, believe it or not, it's like 10 hours of video, and it didn't take me 10 hours to build that. I built that over like 3 days, just putzing around. And while I was doing it, I just put the camera in the corner, you know, kind of pointed it at it. But I've literally got hours of footage of the camera just sitting there on it, and I'm not even in the garage. I'm like out making a coffee or getting lunch. So it was like 10 hours of video, because I did that like a month and a half ago. It was still sort of warm out when I built that stand. It took me that long to skim through all the footage. I was working on it for like an hour every Saturday morning before getting up in the morning. I'd go work on it for an hour before going out and doing anything at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. It took me like a month and a half to edit that all. And it's still, it's not, I got to get better video equipment and all that crap. I'm just not. I start working on stuff like that, I forget all about the video crap. When I start working, I just start working. I don't think about, oh, the camera needs to look here. There's saw a couple places like when I was planing it. If I thought about it, I would have moved the camera so I'm not standing in front of the planer and all you see is my fat ass. But anyway, it's not the worst one I've done. It's not the best one I've done. It's just one I've done. I'm getting better at the voiceover. Once I figured that out with, because I'm using Final Cut Pro now. Once I figured out voiceover with it, I can make them better because my biggest problem is audio anyways. And this is not a bad mic. It's not great, but it's okay for voiceovers. I just got to turn it up. One thing I did notice is for some reason, it's fine now, but when I go to do a recording, this mic is way too low. Well, I do that too, but I just do that on live streams. If I'm making a video like that, I actually edit it. I have to edit that. There's just too much dead airspace in it. Anyway, I'm getting off of here. We've been going for an hour and 17 minutes. It actually works. Whether it's correct or not, I don't know yet. But everything worked. Everything moved. The heaters all heat up now. I think we're good. I think I can use it. We will have to print with it tomorrow morning. But until then, see yous. Bye, everybody. Time to go. It's getting late. It's almost 10 o'clock. End broadcast.